Who's that?
Delivery.
Alright.
Delivery for Dante James.
What's this?
Truth Fist.
Alright. This just in. CBS recently came out with a new article insinuating that universal basic income might be the key to solving child obesity. That's right, guys. Just throw money at fat kids and they'll all just disappear. That's basically it. That's the video, you know? Just throw money at fat kids, and then they'll all just decide to eat healthy for no reason whatsoever. So, this is based on a study that was in Alaska, apparently. Because Alaska, as a state, has all the resources to basically do whatever the heck they want with their money because they have all the oil there, Alaska decided to give every, I guess, citizen in their state $1,000 a year. Regardless, I think, even of age. You like a little kid, every year you get $1,000, you get a check with your name on it. That must be pretty cool. They don't really mention exactly what the researchers were doing, but they interviewed about 11,000 children, 2,200 of which were fat, and they concluded somehow that there would have been 500 more cases of obesity if it wasn't for these children getting $1,000 at the beginning of the year. I'm serious, yeah, that's actually a thing. They actually assume that because these kids were given $1,000, that means that they made healthy choices themselves. So what a lot of news articles do online is they start off with just these bullet points for the people who have the attention span of a squirrel, so you can just read the bullet points and send that to your best friend who's a conservative and say, look, see, this is proof that the UBI will work. Now, as for the bullet points, it says, a new study links an extra $1,000 a year paid through Alaska's permanent fund dividend to a 4.5% reduction in the rate of obesity in children. The annual dividend to residents generated by Alaska's oil riches also reduced total medical costs statewide by up to $10 million, the study estimated. And various tests of a universal basic income are underway in the US and other countries. Now, when you actually get into the nitty-gritty of the article, you start to see some pretty weird stuff. So basically, the universal income affects more middle-class families as opposed to higher class or lower class, because apparently higher class families, that doesn't really do anything, $1,000 extra, whatever, their lifestyle stays the same. Lower class, pretty much they use the money to pay bills. But the people in middle class, apparently, they get to take some time off to play with their kids outside for once. They finally get to play with their kid outside for 1 week. A week of play doesn't make your kid not obese, okay? So it's kind of a stupid little thing. They're like, oh, well, they get to spend more time with the kid. Maybe cook some healthy meals at home. For a week? So apparently because mothers of young children work less in the weeks that they are given a cash transfer for all the oil Alaska has, apparently that allows them to cook healthier meals and make sure that their kids can play outside in the cold in Alaska. Yeah, because that's happening from Alaska. I don't know if they actually do play in the cold or not, but the fact remains that this is all just an assumption. They didn't really actually figure out whether or not every single mother stays home and plays with their kids and feeds them healthy meals right after a cash transfer. It could just be that these 500 kids who I guess should have been fat, the kids should have been fat, but they weren't fat because we threw money at them. And see, that's the left-wing, liberal, ideological solution to everything. Just throw money at it. Education needs more money. No, we don't need better education. We just need more money in education. That'll make it better. Yeah. See, we don't need a healthier diet. We don't need better school choices. We just need more money. Just throw money at it and it'll all be better. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. The other ridiculous claim is that the state saved up to $10 million. The state would save up to $10 million if all the children who at age 3 weren't obese were to remain healthy at least until they turned 17. These kids who are 3 years old, as long as they remain healthy, they'll be saving $10 million. Now see, here's the problem with that, is now we're just assuming that everyone was fat and spending $10 million for the whole state combined on healthcare. It's just this ridiculous gamble, right? So it's saying like, oh, because they get $1,000 a year, in about 14 years, that'll pay off to $10 million. Now, let's see Alaska's annual, just their population, right? As of 2015, Alaska's population is about 740,000 people. Now, when you multiply 740,000 by 1,000, you get $740 million. So they're spending $740 million a year to save $10 million over the course of 14 years? Are you kidding me? How does that make any sense at all? And then they say, oh, other countries are trying, states are trying. Finland tried it. Finland's UBI was a disaster. They ended it so fast. They hated it. People worked way less. Production went way down. Nobody liked it. They ended it quickly. Nobody except lazy people liked it. So they ended it. Finland doesn't even do the UBI anymore. And here's this CBS News organization telling us that Finland did it. So that means we should try because Finland's super healthy and yada yada. Finland. They didn't like it. And neither should we. And what they're proposing is $1,000 a month per citizen, no matter what, no questions asked. That is ridiculous. Our country would go bankrupt so fast. I just can't, you guys, I can't. I would rather just keep the money that they steal from my paycheck than have to just get $1,000 free from the government. Just let me keep my money, please. I'll make my own healthy choices. Just let me keep my money. Just end it already. Oh. I hate this so much. I do not like it that people believe that the best way to solve a problem is to chuck money at it. Look at every well-off rich person who commits suicide. Money doesn't solve the problem, okay? It just doesn't. The better lifestyle does. Teaching a better lifestyle solves the problem. You want to solve child obesity? Stop feeding your kids garbage. Stop giving them crap to eat every day. God, ridiculous. Stop being like a spineless jellyfish and tell your kid to stop being a fatty. Take your kid out for a run. I don't care. Getting more money is not going to solve the problem, okay? Changing lifestyle is. You want your kid to stop being fat? You don't want your kid to be fat? Don't give them garbage to eat. Don't stuff them with butter and salt and think that everything's going to be okay. Stop giving them iPads to sit on all day and doing nothing. Make them go play outside first. Maybe they can use their iPad when it's dark. I don't know. Think of a better way to parent. $1,000 a month, $1,000 a year, that ain't going to do jack. Okay? It's not. Your kid's gonna be fat because you suck as a parent. That's all I'm gonna say. Peace.